How's your summer?
It was great, man. Good. Really, really good summer.
International travel, right?
I went to Greece. Yeah, I was in Greece for a little bit with Jordan Brand. Did Athens, did Mykonos, and then was back in California for a little while.
You ever been to Greece before, or was that
My first time.
What did you like best about it?
There was so much that I loved about it. I thought the food was amazing. People were so nice. The ocean and the sea was very refreshing, and I got to do a little bit of snorkeling. I just bought some goggles and just jumped in, tried to see what I could see.
What'd you see?
A lot of fish.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Big fish?
Not the biggest fish I've ever seen. I saw some tiny little schools. I'm not like a marine biologist or anything, so I don't know the names, but they look cool.
Not disappointing. Huh?
Yeah.
Are you a history guy?
History guy, yeah.
Yeah, you are. So what kind of history things did you pick up in Greece?
Well, we went to Acropolis. They took us there.
Cool.
We got to see some of the ancient ruins.
What did Shaquille O'Neal say? I've never been to that club before, or something like that. When he was asked about the Acropolis, you never heard that joke before? Like he was asked about. He went to Greece, I think, for the Olympics or something like that. He's like, well, "Did you go to the Acropolis?" He's like, "No, I didn't go to many clubs."
That's hilarious. Shout out Shaq, man. Big Diesel.
When you think about then, kind of coming out of that, what last season was, it was exhausting for everybody, being real about it, and you get a chance to kind of get away, go to Greece, do your thing.
Yeah.
Do you get the sense that everybody's kind of coming back a little bit more, like, relieved might be the wrong word, but like just a different vibe?
Yeah, I think everyone's coming back maybe refreshed. I think it's exciting. I think everybody was very unhappy about how the season ended, myself included. So now you get an opportunity to go and change that. New season, 0-0, starting fresh, and it's exciting. And I think everyone is ready to go. We've been getting ramped up this summer, and now it's time to put in the work. You go to Boca right after this, and get excited to start. I can't wait.
What are you trying to accomplish in training camp? If you could try to accomplish one thing, what's your goal? What are you trying to get done there?
Man, I'd probably say win the most games. That's probably my biggest thing is, I know we're going to play a lot. That's what they've been telling us. So, I want my team to win the most games and, continue to learn and be a winner.
Mm-hmm. What's something about Heat training camp that maybe people on the outside don't really understand in terms of what it is? So you're talking about playing games. I don't know that a lot of people know what training camp actually is. Yeah. It's not just skill work. There's a lot of 5-on-5s. Yeah. The Heat are very famous for running you guys through a lot of these kinds of 5-on-5s.
Yeah, no, a lot of playing. I think, we had the entire summer to do all the skill work and train on our games, and now you go to training camp. Now it's time to put it to the test. Right. Go against real competition, go against, your guys, and then really just build that camaraderie, which I think is really important for teams is to, if you're going to go into battle, you want to go into battle with your brother. You don't want to go into battle with the guy that, you barely know. So it's a time for us to all just connect and really get to know each other and build that, that team chemistry.
It's your third year now. You feel more comfortable with the whole process of going year to year? And what did you learn from your rookie year to your second year that you can take into now your third season?
Man, I learned that it goes by fast.
Does it?
Yeah, it goes by so fast. I can't even believe I'm doing this for the third time now. And I think another thing I learned as well is that you never know what you're going to expect in the NBA. Things can change in a second. One day you're going to be playing, one day you might not. One day, it all changes day by day. You never know what's going to happen, so be prepared for anything.
You were pretty open about us throughout the process about being a little bit disappointed with your season last year. Now that you've had a few more months to reflect on it, are any new thoughts on how that season played out and how you want to maybe bounce back from it?
Yeah, I think I guess my thoughts are, I wasn't happy. Let's go change that. And that's kind of the summer. What my summer was all about is, changing my thought process, understanding what I did to get to this position and kind of leaning into my strengths and, that being getting downhill, getting into paint, creating for others, being, annoying on defense, getting hands on balls, getting steals. So just kind of remembering what that was. I was saying a little bit earlier, I think part of my issue was I was kind of, trying to, I don't want to say change my game, but I was kind of trying to, change it a little bit into something that, didn't get me to where I got. So I think just, leaning into what got me here and kind of evolving my game rather than changing it.
Have you tweaked your off-season routine in any way, like as far as your training or what you're kind of working on trying to develop specifically?
I I guess, there's always things that you do differently. I think every off season, I think, as far as body, every time I go to my trainer in the off season, they always learn something new about what can help. So there's always things going into that. But I think overall, it's more about the process. And, I try to keep my process the same as well as really just locking in and diving into the work.
Have you dropped weight or anything like that? Or
I kind of keep my weight the same. I think, I had this conversation with my trainer. I talk to him all the time, and that's a conversation that we all have. Yeah. And, he's got his doctorate, so he's obviously way smarter than this stuff to me. So I ask him, what do you think? Do I need to get – he's like, listen, dude, weight is kind of like – everyone talks about it like it's something. Obviously you don't want to be overweight. You don't want to be too skinny. You want to be in something that you feel just right. And, they track our numbers and our running and our jumping. And as long as those things are good, that's what's important. So.
And for your game specifically, you want to get downhill. Like, you don't want to be too light.
Exactly.
Now you're not punishing it.
Yeah. But I think, so where I'm at right now, I'm happy. My trainer's happy.
Yeah.
I think we're in a good spot. I'm still sitting around, I think, like 228, 230. Mm-hmm. That's where I kind of fluctuate around. But I'm happy at that weight. I feel lean. I feel good. We're doing a lot of stuff in the weight room and conditioning-wise.
Talking with some people around here, there seems to be a sense that, hey, we don't have like a number one ball handler. Mm-hmm. That's not really where the league is. That's not where this team is right now. Do you think this style of maybe playing a little bit more up-tempo, a little bit more everybody eats kind of offense suits your style of play a little bit more than maybe you've had in the past?
I think that's the type of offense that I love to play, and I don't know any guy who doesn't like to play an offense like that. I think tempo and pace is something that's huge. The game has only gotten faster, I think, every year since creation. I think that's something that I enjoy. I like, getting outlets and receiving them as well as throwing them. So I think as long as we can run, we got a lot of young guys here, a lot of fresh legs. So if we can run and gun, I think the easier layups, the better it is. Mm-hmm. And that's something that we were desperately missing last year.
Do you think that's one of the strengths of the team, the youth, and then the fact that you can play at a faster pace?
For sure. I think that's a huge advantage for us. We got a lot of young guys, want to run and get up and down the floor and create easy baskets. Easy baskets was kind of very scarce last year. So trying to change that this year is going to be big, and the best way to do that, in my opinion, is to get easy layups, and the way you do that is running.
I'm fully aware that this might be a really stupid question, but I'm going to ask it.
Okay.
How important is it for an offensive system to be fun for guys, especially throughout the regular season part?
I think it's extremely important. I think, a fun offense is where everyone shares the ball. It feels good and it looks good. The audience watching, I think everybody loves to see. I mean, I see on X or Twitter, old Spurs clips of how, they used to just pass the ball. It was like everyone touched the ball, never touched the floor. My old coach, he used to always tell me, he's like, you never hear anyone say, well, that's a good team. They're really good at dribbling. The best thing they do is dribble the ball. No one ever says that. So
that's a great.
So I think, everyone touching the ball, sharing it, it looks good. Everyone gets easy buckets, and you won a lot of games doing that.
Mm-hmm. You specifically, your dunks were down last year, and I kind of look at that sometimes as a stat of where's this guy health-wise. Yeah. You know what I mean? Did you feel like maybe you weren't at your athletic peak last summer based on some of the injuries? You were on the injury report for different things.
Maybe I think also a part of that is too, the running as well. I think, you get a lot of dunks come in transition. Right. When that's down, I think your dunks go down, and that was a down area for us last year, and I think that probably has more to do than maybe my health. I think it was just probably we weren't getting up and down the floor. Like last year or my rookie year, it was a lot more fast breaks and a lot more, lobs, it felt like, and I think the stats probably prove that as well.
Do you think you're at a point physically now that maybe you're healthy enough to kind of handle the whole season and the grind that kind of puts on your body?
Yeah, definitely. I think I'm in a great spot. I know last year going into training camp, like I had, I tweaked my ankle literally right before. It was really unfortunate. So knock on wood, I've been healthy pretty much this whole off season. I intend to keep it that way, and I feel great. And I'm ready. I'm ready to go through, the whole 82. I really want to play all 82. That's going to be a goal of mine. I was pretty close my rookie year, I think. I played what was I, 70-something?
Yeah, 70-something.
Yeah, so I think, last year going into camp with those injuries, I don't think that, helped my start. But healthy this year, so try to keep it that way.
Yep. When you think about going forward with the team and what you guys are trying to do, Eric Spoelstra's calling this like a new chapter and all these things. where do you want to get to with your personal game, and what do you want to try to be for this organization as they kind of get into this next chapter?
I want to be a guy who helps them put a banner up. That's what I want to be, whatever that role may be. I think that, it's important to, be that guy, not just on the floor, but off the floor as well. I talked to Bam this offseason and how I want to, help him, kind of in that leadership role, be a guy that he can lean on and, improve because, I am a younger guy, but I am like an older guy, at the same time. Like I'm not a
old rookie.
You're not 20 years old. You're a little older.
Yeah. I'm on the older side, but I'm in my third year. But I still, feel like I've taken a lot of leadership roles in the past.
Yeah.
So I told, that's something me and Bam talked about while we were in Greece, and how I want to be able to, be there for him and help him with that role.
And what did he respond to that?
He was happy about it. He's like, I want you to do that. He was very encouraging. He's like, yeah, I can't do this by myself. I need help, and it comes from all of us, and not just me. You as well.
Yeah.
He's like, you're going into your third year. A lot of the young guys, I've been with obviously Nico. He was here before me, but I'm obviously like 3 years older than him. So it's it's a cool dynamic. I mean, I love Nico. We have a great relationship. But just trying to be that guy to help and encourage and be more of a voice in the locker room.
But you were like that over the first 2 seasons too. But
yeah, I think just leaning more into it. Just continuing to improve and I guess be louder and
there you go.
Yeah, exactly.
We are showing this piece of paper to everybody. It's the old cafeteria meme. So you get there's 10 different tables that you get to choose from. Take a minute, look it over. Let us know where you want to sit and why.
Wow.
That's a lot of good options.
This is a good option, right? I don't even know where I'd want to sit right now. Oh, I see you guys.
Nobody's picked us yet. No pressure.
Nobody will.
Yeah, I don't know. I might go 10, man. I was just with JJ, and I heard the Birdman's the man, so I might go 10. Out on the boondocks over there in the back.
What were you doing with James Johnson? Practicing Taekwondo?
We were playing golf. He came up.
Golf has been a constant theme for a lot of people here. Nico, not so much. Not a good golfer.
No, apparently. Nico, I don't think he doesn't do much. I don't think he's got a lot of hobbies.
No, he said he tried it for half an hour. He was pretty trash at it.
Yeah, he also sucks at paddle too, but that's a different story. But I think number 10, because I was just with my man JJ this past weekend, and he's great, man.
See,
you were golfing with him?
Yeah, I was golfing
Nobody
with him,
thinks of him as a golfer. I mean,
he's good. He's a good golfer.
I bet he's good.
Like a really good golfer.
How are you?
I'm not as good. No, I'm not good.
What do you need to work on?
I need to work on hitting the ball, chipping, everything, really.
All of it?
All of it. I mean, I'll say this.
You guys are always good at driving the ball, though.
Yeah. I mean,
once you make contact.
Once I make contact, yeah. The thing is, I can hit it. It's just I can't always hit it straight, so
that's my
I got a lot to work on.
But
I can play and have fun. Yeah, mine always goes left. Also, I slice it because I swing lefty.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, I don't swing lefty. I hook it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And they say it's something to do with like the way that the face of the club is. Yeah. I just get that wrong every time.
You gotta get the grip down and pull it through.
But you have it down, and then when you come back, you lose it.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
I'm talking to you like I know what I'm doing, but I do it wrong every time.
All right. Well, good luck to you this
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
See you up in Boca.
Yeah.
All right.